They missed it. Yeah. He actually says, hello, Citizen Citcon, but you guys are all laughing when you saw the guy. Alright. Here we are in our Constellation Aquila. Some contrails. So we're heading towards the distress beacon. So the idea with this would be that, you know, you potentially could get a mission where you get a distress beacon and you're going to find out on, you know, in this particular case, this planet. So we're heading towards it. So I think this is telling us the atmospheric conditions are unsafe. And one of the key gameplay things you want to do on, because obviously the planetary tech is going to allow us to have a whole bunch of play areas we don't normally have, is to encourage players not to always, you know, maybe you can't always fly there. Maybe you have to get out and use your rover, for instance, which you have in Aquila. So it's fine. Let's go find a landing zone that's on the edge of the desert plain. You know, it's a little compression there. We've been working on that thing for the... I know it's a small thing, but I always want to have the landing gear compressed when you land. Right, so we're going to head out to do some exploring and the armor on. Alright, let's get us let's be nice and tidy, close the locker up, and then grab our gun just in case there's some hostiles out there. I mean, but this is kind of an example, like for instance, you shouldn't be able to sort of sit in heavy armor flying a ship. Maybe you're in your flight suit and then you go and equip your armor or your EVA suit when you need to go outside and do stuff. And so you sort of want to make it quite immersive and have different reasons to be equipping and using different stuff. So if you notice, this is the actor that we had that was in People to Planet. He's actually in Squadron 42. He plays a character called Joachim Steiger. So let's go and see the distress beacons about almost 3 kilometers away over there. We get our We'll scope out. All right, so let's figure out how to get there since we can't fly. So handily, we've got the Constellation Killer, so we have a rover. So, you know, if you saw the Constellation Killer commercial a while ago, we are now doing this in game, in real time. Awesome. All right. Peace. And you know, unlike, I mean, all those mountains we see, if we have the time, we don't here, but I'm sure when you guys get on Park Planets V2, there will be lots of videos where people walk all the way around the planet, or they go to the mountain they see in the distance, because that is not a skybox, that is actually the proper mountains and geometry that's all there, everywhere. And that's actually the liberating thing with this tech, is when you build a planet on a planetary scale, this level of detail, and of course you can see up close that it looks like what you see at Battlefield 1, for instance, in the desert, there, sort of clouds or Arabia. But of course it's all at a global scale, the whole planetary scale. And we have different ecosystems, obviously, we've flown through, so we flew over oceans, we flew over sort of grasslands or forest, or over through mountains, and now we're sort of at sort of the edge of a desert and approaching a desert. Looks like someone didn't heed the atmospheric unsafe flight warning. If we take a look back here, you can sort of see where we came from, about 2.5 kilometers back there. And so we're heading past this rock out, this sort of canyon walls to head to the distress beacon. we check out something else we had here? A little bit of breadcrumbs. Orpheus Horizon, Javelin class. Wonder where that came from. Alright, let's carry on. See if there's anyone around. We'll head that way to get to the distress beacon. The music changing here is all part of the dynamic music logic system. So it'll start to calm down now that the combat's over. Right, so that's, well, we lost our rover, that's not so good. That's where the distress beacon's coming from. Was a trap. Alright, let's see what we got around here. Conveniently, some sand nomad dragonflies. Had our shot moment. There we go. Right, we got one, we got another distress beacon we blinked to, so let's go look for that. And remember, we came all the way down from the planet, all the way down here, and we're down, driving around at this level of detail. So that's kind of a big testimony to what the Prop Planet V2 stuff does, and the tools it's given the artists to. This looks amazing. You want to think that's at a global scale. more escape pod, which we linked to when we activated the other escape pods beacon. So Vince, by the way, Vince is our lead QA in Los Angeles. He's a much better pilot than me. So you should give him your appreciation. Otherwise, you'd have me crashing into things. And if you see up there, that's the space station. And if you look closer, you can actually see the rings slowly rotate. But that is the space station we flew past on the way down. And that's kind of what the sort of tech and the 64-bit precision for positional space gives you. We just can have this dynamic range of scale that I don't think any other game has. So all this up-close detail at this level, at as high-quality first person as you see in any other game, but on a global or a planetary or even star system scale. Right, so Orpheus, Horizon, Black Box. So we've now, between the two pods, triangulated to where the Black Box of the Orpheus Horizon is, which is the crashed spaceship. And hopefully we'll find it. Vince is undeterred by the impending sandstorm. But seriously, the sandstorm's an example of we want to have dynamic weather on the procedural planets, and we're working to have sort of a dynamic procedural weather system and things like sandstorms, hurricanes, various weather systems are all things that we'll model onto the planets that will add additional sort of drama and challenges for when you're adventuring and playing around. Alright, let's go check out these wreckages. Maybe dangerous out in the desert, who knows? That looks like the Orpheus Horizon and desert. But we're just gonna do it! And go out there. Yeah, I know, I gotta memorize that whole speech. So we showed you a crash Starfarer. This is a crash Javelin. We'll just pop off here. Still about 200 meters away. And check out where we're going. Hang on a second. Looks like there's a sad nomad. So should we shoot him? Alright. Oh! Nice shot. Yeah. Vince got cocky. He's like on the move too. Sneak up behind him. Watching the incoming sandstorm. That looks like it's getting close. Okay, let's get out of here. Shit. Come on, hurry up, Vince. Go quick. Jump. Lost our way in. Yeah, let's see here. That's where the black box is. Alright. That's where the black box would be. So let's see if let's find a way out. Where we were, the Connie up there, which is probably about, I think, 8 or 9 kilometers away. That's the first time it's ever done that. But you get to see the pull-out twice now. How did it go to the console? Did you get a key or did...
All right, so the last little bit of this is kind of a fun bit. Is in a lot of game levels, the thing is that you're in a skybox. Like what is so hard to wrap your head around is that that's not a skybox. That's actual atmosphere scattering that's happening. The sky is blue because the light scatters, right? So let's just kind of prove that to you. Those little sprites in the sky, they're not really sprites. Those are other planets. So let's see if we can explore one of those. One of the other cool things, anyways, just about our editor in general, you saw that while he's developing, he can actually just jump in and start actually playing the game directly from it. It's a super powerful tool. You won't iterate too much on stuff. If you have to shut down, take 5 minutes to reload some other executable, then you come back to your editor. Being able to just minutely change thing after thing after thing and jump in and try it again and jump in and try it again and jump in and try it again gives you really polished content. So there's one reason I'm standing here talking about it and Simon's flying. He's a very, very good pilot, and I think we're about to showcase this, no pressure. So that's not a sprite. Let's go. All right. So a little bit of a different looking planet here. So this is kind of showing off a little more of the exotic ecosystem that we can do, and we barely just scratched the surface on how far we can really take the exotic bits. These are sulfur lakes. This place probably just stinks. I mean, it's super hot. The sunset, though, that you can see again with the atmosphere scattering, we get this for free. Not for free. I mean, somebody worked very, very hard on it, Carson Wenzel. But in terms of actually running in the game, when the sun comes down on the horizon, yeah, we're going to get that scattering. We get natural day-night cycles because, well, the planet's rotating. So you see they're doing a bit of mining here, but he's brave. All right. Oh, you almost blacked out. We're all done. There's no pressure. But we really wanted to show you again, like, without having too big of a demo put around it, we wanted to show you how we kind of, level design jazz, Simon called it earlier, just something a little bit improv. And oh, what's this? That's somebody's finding information with us.
Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, there was no. So we're gonna go chase him down, see where he went. So it's an interesting ship there. All right, so we've given away way too much already. They want me to get off, I know it.